everybody, welcome to Campbell Explores. Thanks for coming along today. Today we're going to go to White's Ferry. Up until a couple years ago, White's Ferry was the only remaining ferry that was still operated on Potomac. It started service in 1817. I'm not sure if it ran continuously. And it shut down a couple years ago due to a legal dispute. If you want more info on that, you can find it online. White's Ferry was originally called Conrad's Ferry. It was bought by Elijah White after the Civil War. White was a lieutenant colonel in the Confederate Army. I plan to go to at least Woods Lock, that's Lock 26, and that's going to be a 3.8 mile walk. Depending on what we see and how much time we have, I might go all the way to Monocacy Aqueduct. And then I get to walk all the way back to White's Ferry. That's 14 miles in one day. That's going to add 2.9 miles to the walk. Along this walk, we will go by White's Ford, also named for Elijah White. It's called White's Ford because he was a farmer on the Virginia side leading up to the Civil War. He knew about this ford as a good place to cross. And so the Confederate Army used it as a place to get across the Potomac into Maryland. All right, here we are. The parking lot is enormous. The parking lot has a lot of space. It's probably comparable to Riley's Lock, but just shaped different. All right, let's see those restrooms. So it has actual real bathrooms, that's amazing, except they are locked. Let's check out the porta potty over here. Ooh. So that porta potty was not ideal, but there are some more located on the other end of the parking lot. Let's go check those out. Ooh. Okay, so that smaller one was actually pretty good. It was fine. That bigger one, I don't know what that was. Actually, I do know what that was. When the ferry was in operation, people could use it to get from this side of Maryland all the way right over there to Virginia. And now if people want to cross, they either have to go several miles that way to the American Legion Bridge or a few miles that way to the Point of Rocks Bridge. As you can see behind me, there is a place to eat here if you get hungry. What's really crazy is above the door, there are 3 markers where various floods took place. To get to the ferry today, you just take this road. But that road cuts through where the canal used to be. Since that road didn't exist 150 years ago, people had to use this iron bridge to cross the canal to the other side. It may have been used as a place to load and unload cargo or people. I really don't know. Ready? Let's go. Our first mile marker, number 36. So right here we have an Osage orange. It's about the size of a softball, a little smaller maybe. There are a bunch right down there. The Osage orange is not actually an orange. I have no idea why they call it an orange then. And they're not edible by people. I really don't know what eats them. I've seen ants crawl on them before, so. There's an old fire pit right here. Don't think this has been used in a while, but that's pretty cool. Mile marker 37. We're making a really good time. It hasn't really got any warmer, but the hoodie had to come off. I was getting way too hot. Or a shirt this time. The Scenic quarry, where all the red sandstone for the towpath and other buildings was taken from, is about 15 or 16 miles near Riley's Lock down the river. There is a marble quarry in this area. I'm not sure we've gone by it or if we'll even see it. And I think I remember reading that parts of the canal and the locks this far upstream were constructed using a different kind of stone. I mean, this looks like red sandstone to me, right? If you know, put it in the comments. Thank you. Mile marker 38. Hey, future Campbell again here. Well, that's again for me, but not for you, since you haven't gotten to mile marker 39 yet. I'm at mile marker 38 right now, and it's actually about 1.25 miles away from mile marker 39. Not a big deal, just FYI. Probably didn't know you were gonna get Tenet-like vibes in this walk, huh? All right, we're coming up on a campsite. If you've been watching my videos so far, you know what comes next. This is the Marble Quarry hiker-biker campsite. On the far end, I saw a path. Let's check it out. So that path went down to this little dry creek bed, and I see right over there across the water there's another path that goes through. This isn't a lock, so I don't see how boats could have used this to get into the canal. If you have any idea what kind of mushrooms these are, please let me know in the comments. I can't tell if this is normal or if they're dried or what. Looks like this is a different kind of mushroom. Comments. Mile marker 39. Hello, future Campbell here. I'm done shooting the video, I'm walking back to White's Ferry, and I'm back at mile marker 39. It looks like mile marker 39 and 40 are actually only 0.9 miles apart, so just be aware. So I came across this little clearing area and it has a marker for White's Ford. So this must be the way to get to it. I don't really see a path out of here except maybe right here. The problem is that after about 10 feet, I don't really see anything. I think we're coming up on Woods Lock, Lock 26. Let's see. Today we've gone 4 miles and we're gonna end part 1 of the video right here. It's been a really awesome walk so far, but keep an eye out for part 2 where we'll finish the walk. If your experience is different than mine, I hope it's even better. Thanks again for watching.